Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is Lisa Barlow going in on messy, lying Whitney Rose after she accused her and her husband of having a threesome with a random chick, and why I think she was 1000% justified in bringing Angie and her messy husband into the conversation. So before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. It is a fun, free, and easy way to support the show, and I really appreciate it. So, with that, let's go. So, this is according to Reality Tea. It says The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City just had an epic episode. Heather suggested that all her co stars reveal the most offensive text message they've sent and have that person read it. The hope was that the message could be erased and both parties could move on. Heather was not expecting Lisa Barlow's reaction, however. When Whitney Rose exposed a text message suggesting that Lisa and her husband, John Barlow, invited another woman into their bedroom, Lisa went off the rails. At first, the endeavor was quite cathartic, but after Whitney read a text suggesting that Lisa hooked up with another woman while John watched, the Vita Tequila owner shut the exercise down. It was the first reactive reaction. Up to that point, the relative Real Housewives of Salt Lake City stars were able to apologize and move on, but clearly Whitney and Lisa resolved nothing. Okay, this is the thing. Well, let me finish this little part of the article, and then I'll get into why I disagree with the article and what I think is really going on. So it says, not only that, but Lisa then went after Angie's marriage. She deflected by suggesting that Angie's husband Sean, quote, does circle jerks. Angie got understandably livid and left the table. What was meant to be a healing exercise ended up causing more strife between the stars. Okay, this is the thing. Oh, and then it goes on to say the Daily Mail shared some frustrated comments from Twitter. One user shared, Lisa is so damn dirty. Go at Whitney. Why are you bringing Angie and her husband into this? Another wrote, oh my God, Lisa, why would you say that? A third commented, Lisa, you don't get to be the only one who acts like that. Bronwyn had to read some shady stuff about herself and took it like a lady. You continue to act like the high school brat who isn't getting the attention she wants. Okay, this is the thing. I disagree with those Twitter people and I disagree with this article. And I'm going to tell you what I think and what I think is really going on. And I want you guys to comment down below with what you think as well. The reason why Lisa Barlow had that reaction is because that was a long time coming. Whitney, for years, has systematically gone after Lisa, gone after Lisa, gone after Lisa, gone after her businesses, said that she had, doing blowies for jazz tickets. She's doing sexual favors for Vita Tequila. Her business isn't doing good. All this, that, and the third. So, what Lisa is reacting to Whitney isn't just one thing. It was like a big straw that broke the camel's back. Also, with that little weird text message game, which by the way was whack as hell to me. I would have said no, and I would have not played the game, and I would look at Heather Gay like she was whack. Heather, you're whack for that. I don't even know why she suggested to play that game. She was deflecting from the fact that she was the one, allegedly, who started the Whitney Alibaba rumors. She didn't want that to come out, so she was like, let's play this game. The meanest thing you've ever said. Girl, bye. Stop it. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back on track. So, Lisa is reacting to years of Whitney going after her. This whole season, Whitney has been going after Lisa. Now, the reason why I think Lisa Barlow is justified in going after Angie and her husband is, did you guys not realize that Whitney said, I was texting with Angie? So the person that Whitney was telling this rumor to, that Lisa and her husband, that Lisa was kissing another woman while the woman was doing something to John or whatever the case may be, which I do think is a lie, was Angie. So that's why Lisa brought Angie and her husband into the conversation. Because think about context and think about history. Angie was supposed to be Lisa's good friend, but as we all know, Angie flipped on Lisa with the quickness. She is Whitney's friend. Angie and Whitney clearly have an alliance to go after Lisa. They're both jealous, miserable people, and they want to take Lisa down because they have nothing else to do with their miserable lives. Their husbands aren't into them. They have nothing else going on. They have all the time and they claim to have all these businesses, but yet they have all the time in the world to plot and plan and scheme against Lisa Barlow, who's over there minding her business. Okay? So if I'm Lisa and Whitney says, "This is the text thread that I'm having with Angie," you're damn right I'm pissed off at Angie. Angie's been coming to me, "Lisa, I'm your friend. Lisa, you need to be loyal to me. Lisa, why aren't you there for me? We have this history, blah, 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 blah." But the entire season, Angie's like, "Lisa's a bad mom. She's a bad friend. She's going off on her. She's yelling at her. She's throwing things at her. She's taking Whitney's side. She's taking Bronwyn's side." The entire season. So, Angie, if you really are Lisa's friend, like you claim to have been all season, except for the last episode or two, where all of a sudden you're like, "I know more about Bronwyn than I know about Lisa's entire life." Like, where did that come from, Angie? The entire season you're crying, saying, "Me and Lisa are so close. She calls me 100 times a day and she's talking to me all the time," and blah, 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 blah. You can't have it both ways, Angie. You can't say you know nothing about Lisa's life, but yet the entire season you've been complaining that she calls you and talks to you 100 times a day. You're whack as hell and you're a liar and you're jealous. Girl, bye. So if I'm Lisa and I know that Whitney is texting with Angie, my so called really good friend, who's been holding me accountable to be a good friend to her, saying that me and my husband are having threesomes around Salt Lake City, and Angie one didn't shut it down, and number two didn't tell me, didn't give me the heads up, then yeah, you're damn right I'm bringing Angie and her husband into the situation because you're not a good friend. You're fake, you're phony, and you're jealous. And I think Lisa she got tapped out. She'd had enough. So you and Whitney want to text about my husband and my marriage? Well, what about your husband? I heard he gets circle jerks or whatever the case may be. How does it feel? So everybody wanted to villainize Lisa when she had a reaction defending her marriage and her husband, but Angie was allowed to have the big crazy reaction defending her husband and her marriage. Angie dragged out the whole Sean rumors from last season into this season. She had a whole scroll for Meredith. Her husband is talking about the rumors on podcast going against Meredith, bringing Meredith's child into the situation. So Angie gets to drag out rumors about her husband for 2 seasons on podcasts and everything. But Lisa isn't allowed to have a reaction in the moment when somebody is talking about her husband and her marriage. She's not allowed to say, "Oh, so you can come after me, but I can't come after you." So Lisa is 100% justified in going for Angie and her husband's neck. 100%. You can't harp and say that we're so close and this, that, and you need to be a friend to me, but this whole time you've been plotting and planning and talking about me and my family behind my back. Watch the episode. Whitney says, "This is a text I sent to Angie." And that is why Lisa brought Angie and her husband into the situation. And to be honest with you, if I was Lisa, I would have done the same thing. Because Angie has been closer to Lisa, and Angie has known Lisa longer, but she 100% flipped on her because Angie is a fake friend. And you got to watch out for people who smile on your face, but the whole time they're jealous of you and they're plotting on you. They think that you are better than them, so they want to take you down. Lisa, if I were you, I would never mess with Angie again. I would never mess with Whitney again. So that is why I think that Lisa is 100% justified in bringing in Angie and her husband into the situation. Because Angie was kikiing and laughing and spreading the rumors right along with Whitney, and she didn't shut it down, and she didn't give her the heads up. Like, if I'm really somebody's friend and somebody comes to me and says that my friend and her husband are swinging and doing this, that, and a third, and especially if I'm on a reality TV show, I'm going to give my friends the heads up. Reality show or not, I'm like, "Yo, girl, this is what people are saying." Clearly, Angie didn't do that. 'Cause Lisa was blindsided. No, she was kikiing and laughing and perpetuating the rumor. So, Angie, you got caught. Everybody needs to go back and watch. So, Team Lisa. But I want to know what you guys think about this. And yeah, what do you think about this season? Who do you want to come back? Me, I personally cannot stand Angie. You guys know I love Lisa, cannot stand Whitney. Heather Gay is whack as hell to me. Bronwyn is whack. I think Mary had a really good redemption season. Meredith was just being Meredith. Who else? Brittany, she doesn't need to come back. I think that's it. Anyway, let me know if you guys are watching the reunion. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So that, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.